welcome back to another episode of the Inquisitive Mamba podcast. This is episode 135. I hope everyone is having a great day, great night wherever you are around the world. My co-host joining me, Ethan, also known as the Couch Reports on TikTok. So much to get into on tonight's show. College football recap from these four teams here: the Cotton Bowl, Orange Bowl, the upcoming national championship, Notre Dame, Ohio State, Marcus Freeman playing against his former team in Ohio State, Ryan Day. Can he silence the doubters? Divisional round, the recap of the wild card round this past weekend with the Commanders beating the Bucs on a walk-off field goal. The Zane Gonzalez crazy scratch your head field goal off the upright. It's in OCD. We got so much to cover. The Texans beating the Chargers. I don't think anybody expected that, did they? Because Vegas and the books had the Los Angeles Chargers favored in that game. I went 5-1 in my wild card round predictions. Yes, you heard that right. Yes, I knocked those out of the park other than the Chargers-Texans game. Ethan's Eagles winning that game against the Green Bay Packers. Fly, Eagles, fly. Saquon Barkley sold so many parlays.
It's okay.
Oh, my goodness. Well, before we officially get started, make sure to hit that like, subscribe button on Instagram, the Inquisitive Mamba podcast, also on YouTube as well. Make sure to follow Ethan's TikTok at the Couch Reports. We're potentially getting a TikTok ban on Sunday. Pray to the TikTok gods that we don't get banned because we are both growing exponentially. But make sure to hit that subscribe button on YouTube, the Inquisitive Mamba podcast, Ethan's TikTok as well, the Couch Reports. And let's get into it. Your Birds, they beat the Green Bay Packers. Is that a Michael Vick jersey I see?
Mike Vick jersey throwback, Reebok, Had to.
I like that.
Let's just jump right into it if you want to.
Let's do it. Yeah.
I think everyone knows what is talked about. The inner excellence, the book that A.J. Brown is reading. Apparently it's a big issue that he's reading. I personally love that my wide receiver, can read, is willing to read. Obviously, he had 3 targets. 3 targets, 1 reception. If you're looking at the pass game, was not as efficient as I had hoped it would have been. I give special shout outs to DC, Jeff Hafley, I think that's how you say his name, from Boston College. Great plan. And the plan was to take away the middle. If everyone knows, the Eagles offense, we run the ball a lot. Passing game is horrendous. I'm not too worried, though. Jalen Hurts had almost 3 weeks off of football.
Yeah, he did.
So, hey, at the end of the day, people are complaining that 131 yards, 2 touchdowns isn't enough.
Yeah.
I would tell you that throwing 200 yards and 3 interceptions isn't good enough.
Yeah.
But what do I know? I'm just here, call me biased.
Yeah, I thought it was a great game overall for the Eagles. I mean, one second, I think my mic is, okay, there we go. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a great game overall. The Packers, people were concerned about sorry, this isn't focusing. 1 second, sorry. I don't know what's going on. Is it focused now?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, I was concerned about, no, it's still not focusing. I don't know what's going on here.
Oh, what the heck?
Let's see. It just does that sometimes because it auto focuses. No, it's still not focusing. It's focused on the mic. That's the problem. Is that better? No, it's still not. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. There we go. No. Why is it better? There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, so I thought the Packers-Eagles game was a really good game overall. I know people were upset that Saquon Barkley sold the parlay at the end or the touchdown at the end there, but I thought the Eagles played a good game. Their defense stepped up really in big moments there. They put pressure on Jordan Love when they needed to. I like the Eagles' ground game. The offensive line was spectacular per usual. The game planning was a little different. I just thought A.J. Brown should have been targeted more. I know just aside from a betting aspect of it, but I think if they're going to have success against the Rams this Sunday, is it Saturday or Sunday? It's Sunday, right?
It's Sunday.
Yeah, this Sunday. So I think if they want to win this game, in order to have success, you got to get A.J. Brown the ball somehow or some way. I know they got Dallas Goedert involved, Devontae Smith.
Did you see a stiff arm?
Yeah, I saw it. But you got to get A.J. Brown involved somehow, some way, because
he's a star.
When you're not targeting AJ Brown, you're limiting your offense completely. And I don't want to say any narrative between Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown. It has nothing to do with that. And they pan to him reading the book on the sideline, which we will talk about, the Inner Excellence book, right? Is that what it's called? Yeah. Like I said, great game overall. I don't want to take too much away from the Packers play style because everyone was concerned with Jordan Love. I don't think Jordan Love wasn't fully healthy going in there, banged up. It was tough to see their receivers get hurt. They had linebackers hurt as well. So they were a very banged up team.
The left guard got injured.
Left guard got injured. I don't think anybody expected the Green Bay Packers to win that game. I don't think anyone expected the Packers to go to the Super Bowl. I thought they had a great year from Jordan Love being hurt for 4 or 5 games, coming back from injury. He got hurt against your Eagles week 1. So to sit here and bash the Packers, I don't want to do that. I have a friend that's actually a close friend of mine who's a Packers fan. So not even just like homering and helping him out with the Packers and the Eagles game. Jordan Love did everything he could for the Packers were actually in that game. Their defense stepped up. They were right there.
Their defense was really good.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be honest, as an Eagles fan, that first drive, the kickoff, starting it off, I thought, in my opinion, they did recover. Yep. But because of the call, it was hard to reverse, however you want to say it. I'm not really tripping about that.
Keyshawn Nixon play. So I'm glad you brought that up, because that was something that I was going to talk about as well. When I sit there and I've learned from Tom Brady, because I remember this, the Giants and the Patriots played in the second Super Bowl, where it was JPP, where the Patriots where JPP sacked Brady and there was a safety. That was the opening play of the game, other than the kickoff. So when you're already down 7 points, you can say, oh yeah, everyone understands this, everyone knows this. But when you're already down 7 points like that, or you turn the ball over the get-go exactly time you get the ball, it's very hard to overcome that, because now you're playing down the entire game. That's why what I've seen in these playoffs is every team wants to start fast. We got to start fast. We got to start fast. We got to play the tempo. Just like the Rams and the Vikings game this past Monday night. In that game, the Rams started fast. Stafford was coming out, firing on all cylinders, that motion, high-flying offense, that tempo, like you see in a lot of college games too. Like, got to speed it up. So that was my thing there from that. But yeah, it was really hard to overcome for the Packers. I feel like they were playing down the entire game, even though their defense played good. But you guys deserve to win that game. You're the better team, and you guys are going to have your hands full with the Rams Sunday.
If we're looking at the Packers too, throughout the whole season, they don't have a win that you would carry and be like, that was their time. Also looking at it too, they did not get their playmakers the ball. I know that Watson is out, but how did Reed only get 4 receptions? First game, he went crazy.
Yeah, I think the Green Bay Packers need a number 1 receiver. I really do. I the rumor mills between Devontae Adams, could he potentially come back? Would T. Higgins be a fit there? I think if you want to win a Super Bowl, you're going to have to get a number 1 wide receiver, especially like if you want to say Jordan Love hasn't fully developed yet. I think it would make the most sense for the Packers to get a number 1 wide receiver. Like I said, their defense is not bad. I mean, they were right in that Eagles game. Their defense was pretty good most of this year. They've got some pieces on there on defense. I like Edgerrin Cooper, Rashawn Gary, Jair Alexander. His time is going to be done in Green Bay. He won't be eating cheese anymore. He'll be on another team next year. Xavier McKinney. Yeah. So they paid him from the Giants this offseason. So when you sit there and you go, this defense is not even that bad. And TJ Slayton, he had the really rough play where the unsportsmanlike conduct against you guys. He's a former Florida Gator. That's in his head. It's the end of the game. It's a disciplinary thing there. But Quay Walker as well. So there is pieces on that team. Their offensive line was pretty good this year. I just think they're missing a number 1 wide receiver. You got the running back. I think you got the quarterback. I love Tucker Kraft. So I know my friend's going to be excited we're talking about the Packers, but I think
sorry. You're good. My bad.
I think the future is bright for the Green Bay Packers. Matt LaFleur is a great coach. His play style, his play calling is excellent. So I think Jordan Love's the guy, but it's very hard in a season when you're battling injuries like that and you're trying to overcome things. And you're playing against the Eagles, who are arguably the best team in the NFL. So, but yeah, I can't wait for your game. We'll get into that divisional game. We're going to move on to the Texans and the Chargers game. A lot of bettors, a lot of guys out there. I was fooled, and I still love the Chargers, spending time in LA, and I do want to take a moment to pause. You have family and friends out there as well, and we're praying for everyone in Southern California with the wildfires. I know things are slowly starting to calm down now, and things seem like they're slowly getting back to normal, minus the sports, and friends of mine are slowly doing better. But hats off and prayers out to everyone out in Southern California, because that's a really tough time. I lived out there for over a year. You have family and friends out there as well, so we're saying prayers. And it was really special and cool to see the Rams and the Vikings even get to play that game in Arizona. The LAFD, some of the firefighters were there at the game, as well as the police officers in Arizona in Glendale. So it was special to see. But yeah, prayers up, and we know the Southern California community will come back stronger. But yeah, I mean, this Texans Chargers game,
big shout to Arizona for making the game as homey as they could for the Rams. That was big props, especially for a divisional rival to do that. It was just crazy and nice to see that sports brings people together.
Absolutely. Yeah. So this Texans Chargers game, I really, really thought the Chargers were playing for something. I was like, I got it in my mind. I was like, the Texans, they look like frauds. They haven't played good to finish the rest of the season. They lost 31-2 against the Ravens. And I know you can never, make one game so big out of context, but they lost Stephon Diggs. Tank Dell got hurt as well. Their run game has been inconsistent the past few weeks with Joe Mixon. Their defense looks solid. I know they lost Jalen Petre. Will Anderson was in and out of the lineup for a few games as well, but they really impressed me. I mean, after that first quarter, they really took it to him, and that was the other question too coming into this game as well. CJ Stroud, can he prove the doubters wrong? He looks like he's in a sophomore slump. Didn't look like he was in a sophomore slump to me, but that is also another thing too, Ethan, and you can also agree with me on this as well. The Texans' offensive line is not very good this year.
No.
So hats off to them for making those in-game adjustments during that game, because they punched the Chargers in the mouth when they needed to, when it was most. That CJ Stroud play was beautiful. Where it was a fumble, and he picked it up and he kind of rolled out.
Yeah. Those plays, those are the game-changing plays. Those are plays that you cannot let happen. You had them. If they punt, that touchdown Nico calls, they don't get that momentum. Momentum is a real thing.
Yes.
Because you have it, and it could be gone so fast. Because the Chargers, they had it in the beginning. Their offense and defense was making plays. I'm a Ducks fan. Everyone knows that. Justin Herbert. I know when you look at you saying 4 interceptions, 1 touchdown, 242 yards. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now.
Here we go.
Get him a wide receiver, please.
A wide receiver.
Besides Ladd McConkey.
Please.
The only one that showed up was Ladd McConkey. Will Dissly had crucial drops. He had one of them being an interception. You cannot tell me that is on him. There's no reason that's on him. I told you last week, and I told you, and I emphasized it. Quinn Johnson is a Halloween costume character. He had 5 targets, and he didn't catch one of them.
Not
5 targets.
Nope.
And you can't tell me that Justin Herbert's not giving him the ball. Those are great placement balls. They're hitting your hands. You're getting paid to do that. I remember there was a draft clip of him. Oh, my mom never have to work again. That's everyone's dream. That's everyone's dream. Well, I apologize to Miss Johnston. You might have to. Gosh. You might have to. If he doesn't catch a rock, he might have to. No disrespect to her. No disrespect. I'm just saying. You got to make those plays. DJ Chark, are we serious? Like, why are we talking about DJ Chark? And also, let's really keep an emphasis on the run game. J.K. Dobbins.
Gus Edwards. Yeah, I know.
Terry, come on. I know you're out the game, but you're too predictable at that point.
I'm with you 100%. And listen, coach. I want to say the Chargers, hats off to them on a great year, from being not making the playoffs last year with a dumpster fire with Brandon Staley, from that whole debacle and mess last year, to this year getting Jim Harbaugh, not even thinking you're going to win. What, they went 10-7 or they won 11-6? They went 10-7, 11-6. Yeah, because they won their last game against the Raiders. So yeah, hats off to them on a great season. I know we don't give prizes for regular season teams and going into the playoffs, but you got to give them credit for what they, overcame. They battled adversity from last year to this year with Jim Harbaugh. Those sweepstakes, him coming in there, changing the culture around in one season. This is only one season with Harbaugh
a rebuild
with Herbert and Justin Herbert. Harbaugh and Justin Herbert. Absolutely. So I think they need to clean up a few things there as well. The question remains, is Khalil Mack going to come back next year? Because the retirement looms, the speculations there with him as well. They just can't catch a break with Bosa, him getting hurt in and out of the lineup, the running back situation there as well with Gus Edwards getting hurt, J.K. Dobbins, like the mix up there. J.K. Dobbins also, he got hurt. But yeah, they need a true wide receiver one. And I mean, Justin Herbert's a great quarterback, but let's shut the narrative down right now. Justin Herbert is a lot more than a social media quarterback.
Thank you.
Because everyone loves to compare Justin Herbert and Tua Tagovailoa together because they were in the exact same draft. Herbert was Oregon. Oh, I would much rather have Justin Herbert 100%.
Yes.
Because Justin Herbert's more durable. He's more mobile. I think he's got a better arm. I think he's smarter in the pocket. He knows when to slide. He's got a better IQ. I think he's got a better feel for the pocket. Tua's got great accuracy, but I think if I'm going to go comparing Justin Herbert to Tua Tagovailoa, Herbert's here, Tua's here. I think the Dolphins will regret that decision for the rest of their merry lives on this planet we call Earth, because Justin Herbert's better than Tua. Everyone understands that, and let's just even put this into play. Justin Herbert can stay healthy. Tua can't. The question always remains with Tua Tagovailoa: can he stay healthy? Can he stay healthy? We saw this year he got hurt again. So I rest my case on that. That's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, Chargers had a great season. Really, no way to bash them. They could have played better. They could have. The Texans have a great defense. I was wrong. D'Amico Ryans had those guys ready, and now they're going to play the Texans.
My goodness.
Kamari Lassiter, Georgia baby, Georgia, give it to me. SEC. Anyways, so good game overall. But we did the Texans, we did the Chargers, Ravens, Steelers. Well, we were having this conversation, you and I. Was like, are the Ravens going to cover the spread? Are they going to cover the spread? What's going on here? They covered -9.5 as a better. If you took that, good for you. I took a little parlay of that game. I took the alternate lines. But yeah, I don't know what happened to the Steelers. And we got to talk about this. I just want to throw it out there right now. Let's go. Mike Tomlin. He needs to go, Ethan. We have had this conversation. I was texting you after the game. I was walking up the steps to my house. It is time for Mike Tomlin to go. You can pull up his record. You can pull up the one Super Bowl that he has, but sometimes it's okay to have change. It's like Ford is doing great all these years, but sometimes they might need a new CEO. Maybe they want to go in a different direction. It's not a bad thing. Mike Tomlin has given everything to that organization. They've won a Super Bowl. They've been to the playoffs, but if getting to the playoffs is a standard for the Pittsburgh Steelers, then I must be on a different planet, because all those years ago when they won all the Super Bowls with Terry Bradshaw, Mean Joe Green, the Steel Curtain, am I missing something here? Listen, Mike Tomlin's a great coach. I understand that. A lot of teams would hire him in a heartbeat if they were to let him go. They're not going to. However, I think it's time you move on from him. It's never wrong for fresh blood. That's just how I feel.
I'm not mad at that take. A lot of people are saying get rid of Russ. We can talk about that after this.
Right.
I don't think Mike Tomlin is the biggest issue, if we're being transparent.
Yep.
You pay TJ Watt so much money. I saw a stat, I think over 150 snaps, 0 stat recorded. You can't have that, right? But it's not just on him, too. If we're looking at this, it's not just his fault that Derrick Henry had 186 yards. No. That's a defense issue. 186? Yes. Like, come on, 2 touchdowns? And then Lamar Jackson. Oh, my goodness. What a phenomenal game. Some might say he might just keep adding to his MVP case, even though that's a regular season, award. But he missed 5 throws, 175, 2 touchdowns. No Zay Flowers, by the way. Zay Flowers had 181 rushing yards to go along with it. I think the biggest issue for the Steelers, and it always has been, their offensive line, inconsistent, cannot stay healthy, even though they've addressed it through the draft, through free agency. If we're looking at wide receivers, too, why is Pickens the only wide receiver that is consistently getting open, I would say? Like, he's the only real threat, the one that people have to put their eyes on. I don't know. Like, maybe it's a schematic issue. I'm not saying Arthur Smith's horrible, but God damn, this is tough.
It's really tough to see, and you made great points there. The question remains with the Steelers this offseason is, do you want to let go of Russell Wilson? Do you want to let go of Justin Fields? Do you want to just get rid of him altogether? I don't see that happening. I just don't know how big of a market Justin Fields has. Maybe the Giants, maybe the Titans, maybe a team like that, maybe the Raiders, if they can't land the Shedeur in the draft or they can't get a quarterback that they want. I just don't see a big market for Justin Fields. I really don't. Now, with Russell Wilson, I don't see a big market either. So I think the Steelers bring him back. But I think the Steelers offense, it doesn't excite me when I watch the game. Right? Russell Wilson, he's got a beautiful deep ball. I think he's got one of the best deep balls in the NFL still. I mean, you watch him, he drops it right in the bucket. Now, that's not the concern with Russell Wilson, but you said he's older, he loses mobility. When the pocket breaks down, Russell Wilson isn't sliding like he used to. He's not. The days of that are over. He's going to throw the ball away or he's going to take a sack. Now, the Steelers offensive line is not that good. Everyone is always homering on the Steelers defense. It's always so good, and the Steel Curtain. It's like, that was then. Like, yeah, it's good, but it's not the level where it needs to be. Their secondary needs a lot of work. Dante Jackson and Joey Porter.
Minka was missing tackles. Like, what's going on here?
Joey Porter needs to be in the lab this offseason, because from what I've seen so far, I know this is his second year, right, out of Penn State, because last year he was a rookie. Yeah, he needs a lot of work. His hands at the line of scrimmage, him in coverage, man. I think he's just so talented.
I don't think he's that big of an issue compared to Dante.
I don't know. Well, Dante Jackson's got to go. But I'm just saying, if you're a first round pick like that and you're letting up big plays like that, you got to figure something out in the offseason with him in the lab. They got to work with him because there's a lot of talent there. He just got to put it together. He had 5 penalties in the Bengals game earlier in the season, and he had a couple penalties. He had probably 2 or 3 penalties in the Ravens game. But the Ravens played a great game. Hats off to them. They were the better team. They punked their little brother in the division. What was
21-0.
28-14, 21-0 at one point. Yeah, that was ugly. That's a good thing that game wasn't in Pittsburgh.
My goodness.
So we did the Steelers, we did the Ravens, we did the Chargers, Texans. We knocked that out. Those 2 games right there. Those were our 2 Saturday games. I thought the Sunday slate was way better.
Oh, we talk about the Broncos and the Bills.
That's Sunday. That's Sunday. Yeah, Sunday.
Oh, that's Sunday morning. Yeah, you're right.
Sunday. Yeah, you're for 1 o'clock or 1 o'clock me, 10 o'clock you. So Broncos, Bills. Everyone was so nervous going into that game. They're like, oh, the Bills going to cover the spread. It was 8.5, then it moved to 7.5. And then I think it closed at 7.5. Well, I took a little parlay in that game. I took Josh Allen, 200 passing yards, James Cook, 50 rushing yards, and the Bills to win. And that was a nice little Sunday special there. But listen, everyone was so excited in that game because Bo Nix came out and he threw the opening touchdown to Troy Franklin over the top, and they beat the defense, and the 2 safeties kind of got confused with one another. We were like, uh-oh, Bo Nix has been on fire these past 2 games. Your Oregon Ducks. The Bills handled them. Hats off to this Sean Payton Denver Broncos on a great season. The way they started the season to the way they finished with that, Broncos Bengals game late in the season there, to punking the Chiefs with their second string guys and getting into the playoffs as a rookie. Bo Nix. This is what I told you, Ethan. I said, no quarterback or a team hasn't gone into Buffalo and God knows how long with a rookie QB and beat Josh Allen. Remember when I said that to you, the Mac Jones, New England Patriots? Bills Broncos, like I said, I thought it was a good game for the most part, and then the Bills just took the top off. The Broncos were close, but my concern in that game, Ethan, too, was watching that was the Broncos were not throwing the ball later in the game. They were running it. I'm like, why are they getting so conservative?
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. Maybe, you know what? Sean Payton didn't have any faith in Bo Nix. He didn't want him turning the ball over, so on and so forth. But it was the Bills' day. It was the Bills' day.
If we're looking at the Broncos, I think that Bo Nix led a great last-minute field goal attempt where the kicker botched it.
Yeah, Will Lutz missed it. Yeah.
I think you tie that game with that. What's the word? Oh, my goodness. I just said it. What can I think of it right now? The momentum. Oh, my goodness. All the momentum.
Yeah, you're there. Yes. Killer.
They would have did so well. And then after that throw that Josh Allen did to, what's his name? Is it Ty Johnson?
Ty Johnson in the back of the end zone. Johnson? That was beautiful.
My goodness.
That didn't make you think
Josh
he was the
Allen
MVP.
Is a game changer.
Yep.
Okay. If we're looking at it, the Broncos have been abandoning the run game. They don't have a run game, to be honest. So it didn't make sense that they were running in the end. I felt like you're giving up. Pass retain, not your best game, to be honest with you.
No.
Yeah, I saw DeMar Hamlin, the interception?
Yeah, it got called back.
Yeah, I saw how hype he was for that. Good for him. Probably going to win comeback player of the year. Automatically.
I would imagine so. Yeah, I mean, like I said, good game overall. Hats off to the Broncos on a great season. Rookie quarterback coming into a hostile environment in Buffalo.
Hostile.
Bills Mafia. The Bills played the exact game plan they wanted to. They ran the ball effectively. Josh Allen, was Josh Allen per usual.
Oh.
But yeah.
Did you peep that Bo Nix has been playing with like a back injury?
No, I didn't know that.
12?
I didn't know that he got hurt. All right, so we hit that game. So we already covered your Packers and your Eagles game. So our next one here, Commanders Bucks.
Oh my goodness!
I told you the Commanders are going to win that game.
We're going to gash them.
It was a good game, but man, oh man, are the Bucks not sitting here punching themselves in the mouth for the miscues that they had, the fumble. Oh man, the bad snap. That was killer. Oh my gosh. And the crazy thing about that game is the Commanders kept going for it on 4th down and they were not able to convert. They didn't punt the ball once during that game. I was like, wow. Jaden Daniels, if he didn't blow up your eyes, or if he didn't develop for your very own eyes in that game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and everyone was like, Jaden Daniels might lay an egg and go into Tampa and Todd Bowles and all these blitzing. He is here. And I will tell you this now. We will talk about the Lions Commanders. The Lions better come ready to play Saturday night in Detroit at Ford Field because Jaden Daniels is coming. I understand if you take away Terry McLaurin and who else do they have? This team is well equipped. They're not going to get blown out. I'm sitting here saying we'll get into that. Maybe a little sneak peek here. But the Commanders, they deserve to beat the Bucks. The Bucks kick themselves in the foot. the Commanders, Jaden Daniels played a hell of a game. That 4th and 1, Kancey had him in the backfield and he slipped out. I saw shades of Lamar Jackson. I'm telling you, man, the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson in the NFL now is Jaden Daniels. Honestly, if we saw it earlier in the year when the Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens and Jaden Daniels and the Commanders played earlier in the year, the Battle of the DMV. But yeah, man, Baker too, hats off to him on a great season. I know you're going to love this one.
15 for 18.
Marshawn Lattimore, Mike Evans, that battle, that was awesome to see. I know you loved that.
That was Mike Evans, battle, Marshawn 7 for 7. Yeah, 7 for 7, dude, 92 yards, so good to 1 see. Touchdown.
Marshawn Lattimore got absolutely punked. Hey, man, the Commanders are here, and nobody expected them to be in this spot, but they're coming against the Lions on Saturday night. But I was shocked. I really was. I honestly thought I was going to eat my crow. I was like, this game is so close. Vegas has this spread right where it wanted to be. I was like, oh, geez, are they putting the Bucs as a -3 favorite? What are they doing here? And then I said, no, Washington's going to win this game straight up. But I do say this, though. You can chime in, and I want to hear your opinion as well. It's time for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to move on from Todd Bowles. I mean, those sideline calls and sideline reporters when they're asking him questions, those are embarrassing. You don't know what to say about Jaden Daniels. When he goes left, we go right. It's like, what are you saying? There is no emotion. I have friends that are Bucs fans, and they want Todd Bowles gone. It's time. I think what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers should do, they should promote Liam Cohen to head coach. You saw what he's been able to do with Baker Mayfield this whole season with their offense, how much Baker has emerged as a top quarterback in the NFL, and everyone was giving Baker shit all those years. Even last year, Baker had a good year. This season, he had 40 touchdowns. When Mike Evans and Chris Godwin both got hurt, Baker still looked good during the season. Cade Otton's emerged as tight end 1 there. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Bucky Irving, the run game. I love the balanced attack from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Their offensive line is pretty solid as well, but I think it's time Todd Bowles goes. Maybe put him into the front office, but it's time. He looks clueless out there. It's like he has no emotion. It's time. I know the players back Todd Bowles, but I think an aggressive mindset, promote Liam Cohen to head coach. They're not going to do this. Todd Bowles are going to run it back with him next year. They'll probably win the NFC South again, and they'll probably get bounced in the wild card. And maybe they'll wake up on the right side of the bed, and they'll roll over in the middle of the night, and they'll hit their head on the wall, and they'll go, maybe we should have fired Todd Bowles. Maybe we should have just moved on, because it's time. Bowles has got to go. They haven't done anything with Todd Bowles. They're too talented of a team for them. Todd Bowles is a glorified defensive coordinator. Everyone knows that. The guy has no emotion. It's literally looking at a blank freaking wall. It's like this with Todd Bowles. He has zero emotion. I'm like, how do you not? It's like how I felt with Gerard Mayo when Gerard Mayo was in his press conferences and talking. It's like, I get it. Some guys are not as energetic as Dan Campbell and Mike Vrabel. We'll talk about Mike Vrabel as well, but it's like, come on, man, you got to give me something. It's like, you got to have some sort of juice in you. It's like, give the guy a Mountain Dew or an energy drink. He's sitting there. He's like, yeah, well, I mean, Jaden Daniels is, left, right. It's like something. Let's go. Like,
since the Bucs lost, I've been joining a bunch of Buccaneer lives. A bunch of them agree that Todd Bowles, he could leave. Like they want him to leave. Yeah. But they also pointed out he's not the biggest issue on the team. If you're looking at this year, I think a big part of it was their front seven not being as effective. They weren't effective this game.
Yeah, there's
Vita Vea, Kancey, those are big name guys. You spent a first round pick on the kid from Washington. I think it's Logan Hall.
Logan Hall. Yeah, he hasn't done
come
much.
Come on.
Yeah.
We saw Shaq Barrett come out of retirement play too. He had some few flashy plays, maybe one of them, maybe.
Did he play in that Commanders game?
Yeah, he did. He came out of reinstatement. Yeah.
Right, because he got signed by the Dolphins and then they cut him and then the Bucs brought him back. Interesting. Wow.
No, he went to the Dolphins, retired.
Hired.
Tried to come out. They said no.
That's what it is.
And then they cut him.
Weird.
But I don't know what's going on with the Bucs.
And they're a fun team to watch too. They have pieces as well.
I understand your perspective of promoting the OC. I would do it not after this year. Do it one more year after he has continuity with the whole franchise.
When they win the division again at 10-7 and Todd Bowles and they go into they win the NFC South 100%.
Yeah. Way easier.
Totally love it. Our last game of the wild card slate. Oh my gosh. If it wasn't too good to be true. This is exactly what a lot of people thought was going to happen. The Vikings are punching themselves in the mouth after losing to Detroit in a playoff type game. I think they lost all their energy. The Rams came to play. You can say that the fires and everything else, the motivation that the Rams had not playing at home, battle tested on the road. Sean McVay, Matthew Stafford, they've been here in this spot. You can blame Sam Darnold if you want. He was sacked 9 times. He held the ball too long. But man, is that ugly. But you know what? Either Sam Darnold is the Vikings quarterback next year, or he just, put himself on the free agent market and some team like the Jets, so that the Jets would never bring him back. Excuse me. The Giants, the Giants bring him in. Somebody brings him in. Maybe the Raiders. Some team will pay for Sam Darnold. I don't know if it's going to be the Minnesota Vikings. I don't know if he comes back, but we'll break this game down with the Vikings.
What did I tell you?
And the Rams
were a dark horse.
I said it. I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah. Yes, you did.
We both agreed that they would win the division. But looking at it, there was just no way the experience with Matthew Stafford
and
Cooper
Sean McVay. Cooper Kupp had one. Okay. Cooper Kupp with 1 catch. Come on. I had a 6-leg parlay. Yeah, 5 receptions for 58 yards in the first half, and then he got hurt.
He led.
Made a glass Higbee. Dude, Cooper Kupp, how do you only get 1 catch? 1 catch. I know you're hoping for that against your Eagles this weekend, but I don't think that's going to be the case.
Trust me, it will happen.
1 catch?
It's snowing. He's not catching anything. Yeah, it's snowing.
Yeah. All right. Well,
can we talk about Justin Jefferson?
Yeah, I know. Justin Jefferson. Did you see him after the game was over with the peace up sign?
Yeah.
Could Justin Jefferson demand a trade this offseason?
Reunite with Joe Shiesty?
With what money?
They'll figure it out.
Hear me out. Patriots trade the 4th pick.
No. He's trying to win a playoff game, not be stuck out of the playoffs for a long time.
All right, so if Justin Jefferson, does he request a trade?
What? He just signed his extension last year? Yeah, he did.
They can still trade. He can get traded.
No way. Let me search up his dead cap. There's just no way.
It's insane. Him and JJ McCarthy next year are going to feed families.
What are your thoughts?
Go ahead.
No. What are your thoughts on Sam Darnold? Is it entirely on him?
It's so tough to say because their offensive line didn't play that good. Obviously, he got sacked 9 times, but I think that Chris Shula, the Rams defensive coordinator, saw something in that game where if Darnold's going to hold on to this ball so long, I'm going to blitz the living hell out of him. It took too long for Sam Darnold in the pocket. Like later in the game when they were down and they were kind of in panic mode, he was scrambling and doing that stuff. That's what he needed to do earlier in the game. If you see the pressure, elude the pressure somehow. You're not like a turnstile. You can move. Like you're not an immobile quarterback. Like Darnold he's not Lamar Jackson, but hell, he can run for the stick if needed. I don't want to say he was seeing ghosts like he was back on the Jets because Sam Darnold had a great season. You cannot take away what he did for this team. They were 14-3 for a reason. The Rams are a good team. They've been in this spot before. Maybe they caught him on a bad day, but the Vikings are not a bad team. Let's not say they were frauds and they didn't play anybody because I don't think anybody, and if they did, hell, they must have played the lottery last night and hit all 7s on the damn freaking ticket because I don't think anybody expected Sam Darnold to have the numbers and the stats that he had this entire season, leading the Vikings at the 1 seed at one point, elevating that offense, having a really balanced attack with Aaron Jones, still having Justin Jefferson as a factor. I don't think anybody saw. Everyone was like, Sam Darnold's in. They're probably going to win 6-7 games.
No disrespect to Sam Darnold, but everyone knows you're a game manager. You're not a game changer like a Josh Allen, like a Lamar. So if they make you win by yourself,
right?
He had 40 attempts to 22 runs. Like I know you're down, but it's just
you know what? Another thing too during that game, what I saw, which Brian Flores is, during the game, in the beginning of the game, the Rams, like we said, they started such up tempo. They got out to such a quick start. Boom, 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 fast. The Vikings couldn't adjust to that. They were not able to get pressure on Stafford in the beginning of the game. It was almost like too little, too late. Later in the game, they started to when the game got settled in, but they did not start. They did not start like that. Now we'll talk about the Rams and the Eagles game because that's a divisional game coming up. But yeah, I think it's time for the Vikings to move on from Sam Darnold, move on from him, give JJ McCarthy the keys. Yes, absolutely. That is why you drafted him. That's why you traded for him. No, I wouldn't waste any money on him.
Tag and trade.
Tag and trade, do that. But I'm
get something
fine.
out of
it. Get something out of it. But it's time to move on from him, because if you can't do that, let him go. Some team's probably going to overpay for him anyways. Some team is going to. Go ahead.
Let's say you don't tag him.
Okay.
I know a quarterback that's trying to finish out the trilogy, just like Brett Favre.
No.
Send Aaron Rodgers to the Vikings.
He is not going to that division.
Let's do it. Justin Jefferson, give him a real quarterback.
He's retiring.
Throw him the ball.
Do you throw him the ball? Sam Darnold got sacked 9 times. How many times is Rodgers going to get sacked? 9 times 2, 18?
None. No, Rodgers get the ball out fast.
They're going to get Christian Darrisaw back next year. He's an absolute monster.
They traded for the guy from the Jaguars. Cam Robinson?
Yeah, he'll be back making copies next year.
Was not the same.
No.
Wait, let's talk about quickly the Rams defense. They've held their opponents, I'm positive sure, 5 out of the past 6 games under 20. The one game was against the Seahawks in Week 18.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Can we talk about Sean McVay?
Criminally underrated defense. Their pass rush, man, nobody expected this. Braden Fisk,
my goodness.
Jared Verse, Byron Young.
Verse is the defensive player of the year. I don't care what anyone says.
All right. Whoa.
Yes. Rookie, defensive rookie of the year.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm with you. Whoa, over Quintanamo Bay?
Yes. Quintanamo Bay doesn't have the interceptions that everyone loves corners to have.
Christian Gonzalez doesn't have the interceptions. He was a dog, but he got hurt last year. Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Anyways, though, the Rams, their defense showed up in a big spot, and they don't really have that many flashy players on there. They really don't. No, they really don't.
Dude, I don't care what anyone says. Sean McVay, if you're looking at his coaching tree, that's what Mike Tomlin is expected to do. Have a coaching tree. No one is poaching your coaching.
Sean McVay is an offensive-minded genius. Look at Kevin O'Connell, Sean McVay,
but look at
Kyle Shanahan.
Defense too.
I know.
Defensive coaches are getting jobs. Brandon Staley, Rasheed Morris.
Raheem Morris, Falcons. I'm sure. No, you're good. I'm sure Chris Shula will get offers this offseason. If he doesn't, maybe not this year, but next year.
Pats?
Man.
I'm just kidding. My verbal.
Vrabel runs that shit, baby. All right, let's get into it. Upcoming NFL divisional round. We'll do divisional round, and then we'll go to college football. And then we got some more stuff as well. Texans, Chiefs. What's my spread? I think it's -8.5 Chiefs, right?
Let's double check. Make sure I don't get this wrong.
It was supposed to be in my I know, right? God forbid. It was supposed to be in my notes, but I don't see it. I thought I wrote the spreads down, but it's not in there. So Texans, Chiefs is our first game. CJ Stroud, Patrick Mahomes. They played earlier in the year. What's my spread?
Okay. Texans and Chiefs is -8.5.
8.5. Yes, -8.5. Yeah. Okay. These spreads get really tough when it comes down late in the season. -8.5 is a lot of points in a divisional game like this, but Vegas is always on the money, man. They always know exactly what they're doing. Give me the Chiefs to cover -8.5. I'm giving this one for the Swifties out there. Taylor Swift is going to be at the game this Saturday. Oh, yeah. But hey, man. Also, too, I don't know if you saw this. Clay Martin will be the referee for the Chiefs divisional round game. The Chiefs are 6-0 with him. Let's not paint that picture. There's no narrative there. He's a damn referee. I don't want to say that they're going to get calls. They're not going to get calls. Listen, man, I'm telling you, Taylor Swift is in attendance. The NFL fans are going to be pissed. The Tay Voodoo stuff is a real thing. It doesn't matter. The Chiefs are a better team than the Texans. They're well rested. They're ready. I don't see the Texans winning this game. I don't see them covering this game. I give you the Chiefs -8.5 in this spot. Lock it in. That'll be your first game of the day. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs are going to be too much to overcome. Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes have another thing up their sleeve. Patrick Mahomes is fully healthy now. They win this game. Maybe as long as they don't come out to a slow start, I don't know. We'll see what Texans team shows up, because they went in there a few weeks ago and they played the Chiefs pretty close. No Tank Dell. The Chiefs defensive line is going to be healthy. Chris Jones is going to be back. I think they shut down Joe Mixon. Yeah, I love the Chiefs in this spot. Jalen Watson is back from the ankle injury. Spagnuolo is going to be sending pressure at CJ Stroud. If you thought the Chargers were coming after CJ Stroud in the first quarter, Chiefs Kingdom is going to be loud on Saturday.
2 weeks for Andy Reid to coach and plan. Disgusting work. Give me KC -8.5. I believe that Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
I'm gonna have the over 1.5 touchdown here. I'm also going to assume this is probably and most likely going to be the last Kelsey run. He's trying to empty the tank out, trying to three-peat, go off in the sunset with Taylor Swift. I got him over 40 yards too.
Travis Kelce anytime touchdown?
I see that. Why not? He's playoff Kelsey and regular season Kelsey are two different beasts.
Two different animals. This is it. Yeah. This is the Travis Kelce playoff that we've been waiting for this entire season. Oh, this is going to be a good one. So Travis Kelce confirms Taylor Swift will be at the Chiefs playoff game on Saturday. You know it, baby. Chiefs are going to be coming up fired up. Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce haven't played since the Steelers game.
Oh snap!
They've been resting their starters. They've been resting their starters since the Christmas game. Now you can say that's either a good thing or a bad thing because sometimes too much rest. But this team here, nah, there's no rust with this team. If it was like
right now, it's disgusting. They're playing like your team, the old Pats. They're running the ball.
Yeah.
They're running the ball. Yep. They're playing just great defense. If they have to pass, they can. But until then, they're just cruising the whole time. I hate it. It's disgusting.
I think CJ Stroud is going to be put in a blender on Saturday. Steve Spagnuolo is going to be sending blitzes off the edge like
sacks?
He always does. Oh, I think they get at least 3 or 4. Easily. I think they, easily. I think so too. I think the Chiefs, listen, they could ride their defense in this game. Mahomes won't even have to do a whole lot. Their defense is really good. Now, the Texans are going to be coming up fired up because they beat the Chargers and they were an underdog in that game, bringing that momentum into this game. But Chiefs as a team is a total different team. They've been in this spot so many times. The experience is going to show. The Chiefs and the Texans have played in the playoffs before. But this Texans team, I just don't see it. The Chiefs are a total different animal than the Chargers, especially if the Chiefs come out to a fast start with Mahomes and that offense. Oh, the momentum, the electricity in the atmosphere will be going crazy. So yeah, give me the Chiefs minus 8.5. I know it looks like a lot of points. Taylor Swift in attendance. Tay Voodoo. It's a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm with it. All right, next one here.
Commanders and Lions. Detroit minus 9.5.
Oh my gosh, that is so many points. And I saw that, and I saw the line open up at minus 9.5. And I know Vegas is never wrong. The thing is, a week off for the Lions. They are fired up coming into this game.
Monty's back.
David Montgomery's back. Sonic and Knuckles, baby. That's such a fire duo. You can take this game one or two ways. Jaden Daniels, momentum with this game. The problem that I have with the Lions is their defense. It's banged up still. It's not 100%. But really, the Commanders don't have a lot of playmakers, and it's about if the Commanders' offense can keep up with the Lions' offense. Can Jaden Daniels and the Commanders' offense match the Detroit Lions when I don't think the Commanders' defense is that good? Minus 9.5 is a lot of points. Oh man. I don't know. I don't know if I'm on minus 9.5. What do you think?
I'm taking the Lions minus 9.5. I think that the offense is just too strong.
Do you think they cruise?
The Lions' offensive line is the second best offensive line in the NFL. They have too many weapons. And the thing about Ben Johnson, he gets the ball to his playmakers. Amon-Ra, J-Mo. They have Tim Patrick showing up all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Sam Laporta,
Gibbs.
The other backup tight end. Gibbs. Yeah. We have Monty back. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be too much.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think the Commanders' run comes to an end. They had a great season, but I got the Lions winning this game. One of my best friends, his wife is a Lions fan. I got a lot of friends that are Lions fans. They are ready to roll this Saturday in Ford Field, primetime game Saturday night.
Oh yeah,
give me the Lions minus 9.5. Yeah, at home.
Goodness.
Jaden Daniels will do everything he can, but their offense will not be able to keep up with the Detroit Lions.
I don't know if you saw, there was a reporter for the Commanders.
Give me the over in that game.
Over 55.5?
Yeah.
That's not crazy if you believe the Commanders can put up points.
Well, I mean, if you think, I'll just, what if the Lions drop 40 and the Commanders drop 41-28 score, 41-31?
That's possible. Garbage time touchdowns. I was telling you, there's a Commanders reporter that was taking a photo of the Commanders practicing outside, saying, "Oh, they're preparing for Detroit. Detroit plays in the dome."
It's inside.
So I don't know how that
inside.
has any effect on that.
All right, your game: Rams, Eagles. I'll save the best one for last because we got one more. Rams, Eagles. What's my spread? It's minus 7.5, 6.
According to CBS Sports, yeah.
CBS Sports. So Eagles are minus 6, and another thing too. Just put this into play. There's always an underdog that wins on the divisional round. There's always an underdog. I'm not saying it's the Rams. I'm not saying it's the Commanders. I'm not saying it's the Texans. I'm not saying the Ravens and Bills. There's really no underdog there unless you want to say the Ravens are an underdog coming into that game because the Vegas spreads, but you might be smoking a different pipe than I'm on. However, there's an underdog that wins in divisional round. Do you have an underdog out of these teams?
I'll be honest. If it's any team,
it's the Rams.
Dark horse. I know the Eagles' history of being 6-0 in divisional round. But I'm looking at the referee. I forgot, Sean Smith. Funny thing is about that referee, he's from Detroit. A little coinkadink. We're also 0-3 since 2023, since he's reffed every game. The last game that we lost was a Commanders game. Also, fun fact, C.J. Gardner-Johnson got ejected that game for getting punched in the face. Yeah, so that doesn't make any sense. So I am a bit worried.
All right.
But the advantage here that we have to point out,
the run game
is expected to be a snow game.
No game. Oh, it snows in Southern California, so they're going to be okay.
And Matthew Stafford does not do well in the snow, stats-wise.
I know. Yeah. I know that. Okay, so I did have my spreads here. I just didn't have it highlighted. It was Commanders minus 9.5. Eagles are favored by 6.5. By 6. Buffalo. Ravens are favored by 1.5. Really? Yeah. Okay. All right. So we'll stick here on this game. All right. If I'm going to take an underdog, they don't have to win the game. I got the Rams +6. I think this is if it's going to be a snow game, Eagles fans, it's going to be a sloppy game. I'm not saying you guys aren't going to win the game, but I think it'll be close enough. The only concern I have though is the Rams. Can they keep up with the Eagles if we're going to be running the ball? But it could turn out to be a really sloppy game. It could be one of those like wacky wonky games where it's like, well, the Eagles really should have won this game, or it should be a really close, or the Eagles really should win this game. But with the weather as a factor, man, you just don't know. Snow games, you never know. You never
take A.J. Brown anytime touchdown.
Absolutely not in a snow game.
Make it first touchdown, A.J. Brown.
No, not in a snow game. Not in a snow game.
Let's do it.
Give me the Rams to cover the +6 spread in this game. I think Sean McVay's a better coach than Nick Sirianni. I think he outcoaches him. Now, do I think the Eagles have a better roster? 100%. But I have the Eagles winning this game. Ooh, okay.
We lost Nakobe Dean. Dean. So I just want to say, if the
Where'd
Rams
he go? Where'd he go?
Oh,
Georgia. Okay.
Yeah, Georgia. This guy in SEC bias. If the Rams win, it will be because they're targeting the middle of our field.
All right.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a sloppy game with the snow coming into play.
What's
our over under?
What's our 4? Give me the over.
Give me the under.
The under?
In the snow?
You never over 20 points, 22 points each? Bread.
That game might be the way the Eagles played last game against the Packers?
Oh, it might be 13-0 us. You're right.
Yeah, it might be 13-10 Rams. All right, Ravens. Bills matchup we've all been waiting for.
The MVP versus
drum
MVP.
roll. Lamar Jackson,
MVP
Josh Allen, my MVP. I know people. I know because regular season really matters. No, I don't know if you've seen this though.
Regular season stat?
Yeah, no, I don't know if you've seen this though. The Ravens or Josh Allen for the Bills has not played good in playoff football or against Lamar Jackson in cold weather games. I saw this stat earlier today, so that's my concern. It's so tough because I was having this conversation. No, not for me. I'm just saying in total. Are the Bills cursed? Are the Bills cursed? Are the Bills cursed? Give me the Buffalo Bills to win this game, money line, straight up. Against the Baltimore Ravens. They want revenge from the Chiefs last year. They have it penciled into their bulletin board. The Ravens lose in Buffalo. Josh Allen proves why he is the true MVP this NFL season. Give me the Buffalo Bills. I know their defense is a little skeptical and it's not as great as it's been in past years, but the Mafia is going to be too much to overcome. If this game goes into a shootout, I want Buffalo. The Mafia goes on to the AFC Championship. They march their way into Kansas City next weekend. Give me the Buffalo Bills.
That was the craziest thing that I heard.
Yeah, right.
Do you remember what Josh Allen did last game?
It was a regular season. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about the regular season. Where's the game?
Touchdown.
Where's the game?
He barely completed over 50% of his passes for 180 yards.
Yep. So you have the Ravens winning this game?
No. Yes! Name me one Bills player that is going to stop Derrick Henry running at him in 11-degree weather.
Matt Milano. Mafia advantage. Mafia advantage. Bills Mafia.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
All right. You ready for this one here? This is a good one.
Milano's injured too.
No, he's back. He's back.
He's back?
Yeah, he's back. He played last week against the Broncos. A groom surprised his bride during their vows with tickets to Sunday's Bills versus Ravens playoff game. There's no fan base like Bills Mafia.
Wow, that's
I'm going with this wedding group right here.
Give me the Ravens -1.5.
Ooh, Bills money line.
No.
Yep. No. You know what's gonna happen?
Total?
Justin Tucker's gonna miss the game-winning kick. Oh, I'm speaking into existence already. Justin Tucker's gonna choke.
Whoever wins this game
might win the Super Bowl.
No, wins the AFC.
Might be. But
no,
they're gonna have to,
might be.
They're gonna have to go into Kansas City. We'll wait for that one as well. All right. So we have our divisional round picks. I've got the Bills beating the Ravens. I've got the Eagles covering against the Rams. Secretly, I want the Rams to win the game. And then I got the Chiefs beating the Texans. And then I have the Lions over the Commanders. So those are our picks there. Make sure to put your guys' picks in the comments. But we got to move on to this one here. College football, Ohio State, Texas, Notre Dame, Penn State. What a two great games. I mean, horrible. man, great games. I cannot believe. I was shocked that Notre Dame won that game. The way they played in the first half to the way they played in the second half, I mean, you got to give credit to Notre Dame. They were battle-tested that entire game. Jeremiah Love didn't look fully healthy, even though he had that crazy hurdle. He even told the broadcast team and the reporters before the game, I'm not going to hurdle. And then he goes and hurdles over at Penn State. The Penn State Drew Aller interception at the end of the game. Why are you throwing that? James Franklin, can he win in big games? He couldn't win in big games. Shout out to Marcus Freeman in Notre Dame winning that game. But man, Ohio State's a different animal. I'm really concerned about Notre Dame playing Ohio State on Monday night in Atlanta. We'll get into that, but we got to stick here on this Penn State Notre Dame game. Notre Dame was handling them that entire first half, but they couldn't pull away. They just couldn't get to the next level. Nicholas Singleton and Katron Allen, because I couldn't pronounce their fucking names on TikTok. Guys got so pissed off at me. Yeah. Right. 13-10, Katron Allen, Nicholas Singleton, they handled that game. But Drew Aller didn't do enough to win that game.
Are we serious?
Reason I can't believe he threw that ball.
You're trying to throw the ball into the dirt. You threw it in front of him.
I can't believe he threw that ball.
Oh my goodness.
I texted you after the game and I said it gave me Jordan Love vibes from the divisional round with the Niners and the Packers last year.
He didn't show up. None of the wide receivers caught a ball. None of the wide receivers caught a ball.
No, if Drew Aller is coming back next year, you got to get a receiver in the portal. You got to get a receiver in the portal.
Oh, they did. They got Hudson from USC.
Yes, Kyron Hudson. Yes, they got Kyron Hudson. Yeah, but
he's
going to have to be
GC,
receiver number one. They did. They lost Tyler Warren too. He went to the draft. Yeah. I don't know. Are Katron Allen and Nicholas Singleton going to be going?
They're both returning. They're both
returning. That's
Tyler
huge.
Warren, Abdul, they're dipping.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. So I was shocked, but man, oh man. I mean, if that game didn't have you on the edge of your seat from the spread starting off at Notre Dame favored in the game to flipping to Penn State, and then the whole speculation coming out about the flu, the players, the backup players having the flu.
Yeah. Did you see there's a video though of Marcus Freeman at halftime saying we're down 7, we have the ball.
I didn't see that video.
Do you want? Oh my! You have to watch that. That itself, we were right. We were wrong in the sense of talent. You know, we thought the talent would be too much. And let me just say, Abdul Carter, off a shoulder injury, he just made himself a top 5 pick. Lock it in.
To my New England Patriots with you.
Oh, I love that pick. But Notre Dame, my goodness. I don't care what you have on your team. Mm-hmm. They play for Marcus Freeman. When you have a coach like that, you can get the most out of your players. And I love that.
And he'll be with the Chicago Bears next year, right?
No, please don't. No.
Anyways, like I said, they play for Marcus Freeman. Like you said, it was a special game to watch. If you didn't think that, I mean, everyone's been doubting them all postseason other than the Indiana game. I doubted them against Georgia. I doubted them against Penn State. This is going to be a great game against Ohio State. We will get into that. But, man, Penn State has only themselves to blame. That is literally like an Achilles heel because they had that game. They should have won that game. The question there, it's like, do you want James Franklin and Penn State Drew Aller to be aggressive? The game is tied. Riley Leonard threw that interception earlier. You tied the game back up. It was kind of back and forth. It's hindsight 2020. It's a shoulda, woulda, coulda, right? Should they have gone aggressive? Yeah, I got the quarterback. My quarterback, I feel like Drew Aller is the best player on this field. If you other than Abdul Carter, Jeremiah Love, whatever, the quarterback is in the ball's hand with time on the clock. You have timeouts. You got the ball back. Your defense made a great stop. Yes, you go and win that football game. You don't take it to overtime. You don't take any chance, but you never throw that ball ever, ever, ever. Drew Aller will be sitting here for weeks to come, for months to come, and waiting for revenge next year, because that was an inexcusable throw. They have that in quarterback school when you're in the pocket and you flush and you have to move around and scramble. And the defender made a great play. I think it's, what's his name? What's the defender's name for Notre Dame? Something Wyatt or something. He's a dog. He's really, really good. He's going to the draft, I'm pretty sure. What's his name?
The corner. What's his name?
Kamani Watts, is it? What's his name?
Double checking right now.
For Notre Dame, the corner that made the interception on Drew Aller. It was a hell of a play. He was good for them during the game too. He's a top prospect, I'm pretty sure, for the draft for corners.
Christian Gray?
That's what it is. I don't know why the frick I said Kamani Watts. But yes, Christian Gray. Yes, he's a really good player. He made a great play, so no discredit to him. But you just can never throw that ball at Drew Aller. But
that was not throwing into the dirt. That was such a garbage
That was just a bad throw. You could have thrown that away. I mean, you could have taken the sack, anything but that throw. Moving on to the Ohio State Buckeyes Texas Longhorns game. I was
wait. Let's talk about it.
Go ahead. Let's go.
That's your SEC school. You have SEC schools in the.
It's okay.
In the final two.
I'm not mad about it.
Down goes Texas.
Not mad about it. That was
you claim them by rule.
Absolutely. That was a great game. That was a game.
That was a horrendous game.
Listen. Let's go way from the beginning. The game was the +6 -6 spread. I took +6 knowing I was going to be in deep water against Vegas. I didn't like either quarterbacks during that game. I mean, Will Howard, they came out firing on all cylinders in the beginning. Then Jeremiah Smith got clamped. He had one reception for 3 yards. Quinshon Judkins was a bowling ball during that game, but to sit here and say Ohio State dominated that game, they did not dominate that game. That was a good game. I thought Texas pass rush got to Will Howard. Their defense played the way it needed to. Their pass rush was getting to him. They were stopping their big plays. Jeremiah Smith wasn't a factor. On the other side of the coin, Ohio State's defense stopped Quinn Ewers. I had never thought Quinn Ewers was that good. I don't think Will Howard's that good anyway. So this national championship will be a dogfight. But yeah, I still can't believe it. We will talk about it right frickin' now. The pitch play. Why? You don't need to call that play. You literally. If you would have ever thought Caleb Downs was going to be able to make a play in a situation like that, when you call a pitch play from the 1 yard line, single high safety in the red area, in the red zone, Caleb Downs, circle him right there in the back of the end zone. If they're playing a cover one, he comes out, he's unblocked, and he makes a hell of a tackle. That's a reason why there's a reason why Ohio State paid Caleb Downs to come from Alabama to Ohio State for plays like that. That is a play you can't anything but that. You don't throw it up into the end zone to Matthew Golden. You don't try to throw a dig route to Isaiah Bond. You don't try to throw up to Gunnar Helm. Anything but that. You don't try to run up the middle. Now, I know Ohio State's defense has been stopping you for most parts, but I'll be damned. The pitch play with a one-on-one with Caleb Downs and was it Jadon Blue or Quintrevion Wisner? I cannot believe that pitch play. And then it just went from bad to worse. The Jack Sawyer play. Of course, Jack Sawyer had to make the game-winning sack, fumble, touchdown. I was like, of course. System Ohio State player. Yeah, of course it is. It's an Ohio State guy. He's icing on the cake.
But he's
never beat Michigan. Icing on the cake. Well, we'll see about that. Anyways, though, that Ohio State silenced the doubters.
What's up? PTSD of a Seahawks Super Bowl. You are trying to outsmart yourself.
Yeah.
You have Arch Manning.
Sark screwed that up. Yes.
Yeah, what are we doing?
I don't know.
QB sneak it 4 times.
Why isn't Archie? Well, yeah, right. That's the question that remains. Why wasn't Arch Manning in any of those packages late in the game?
Why are we taking out the running back and putting in goal line running back? No, put in your best running back. What are we doing?
Agreed. Let's give some credit to Ohio State. They were punched in the mouth times during that game. They overcame it. They showed up. They proved that they were the better team. They ran the ball effectively. Their passing attack wasn't that Howard, but Will Howard run that big 4th and 1, I think it was.
Daniel
it was
Jones.
A huge
4th
run.
And 2.
Yeah, 4th and 2. That
Read
was
option.
a big run. Yeah. Like I said, Ohio State deserved to win that game. They were the better team. They proved it. What's up?
Let's not get the black sheep out, Let's address the elephant in the room. What's going on here? Big Ten schools, just making it to the Natty back to back.
It's 2 years in a row.
I'm just saying.
It's 2 years in a row. Listen, so
I thought the SEC was so good. Like going to Texas was, hard.
Let's move on to it's officially Arts time in Texas. Yeah, we'll talk. Quinn Ewers officially declared for the draft. We declined not $8 million in NIL money to go to the NFL.
What school offered him that? I want to know.
I don't know. UNC?
I have to know. No way. Did you see Bill Belichick did not sign his contract yet too?
Let's shut that down right now. His new GM, Michael Lombardi, who was with the Patriots all those years, said Bill is happy here in North Carolina. He's not going anywhere. He hasn't signed his contract. He's literally recruiting today in DeMatha in Maryland today. He's not going anywhere. Bill Belichick is going to be at North Carolina. Let's not paint that picture. I saw Michael Lombardi's tweet earlier. He said he's not going anywhere.
Let's go back, Ewers.
Let's go back, Ewers. So what
top
team?
Top 4 quarterback. Yeah.
In the draft?
Yeah, the other 3 are Ward, Shedeur, and Jackson.
Ward, Shedeur, and Jackson. I guess, yeah. I mean, this class doesn't seem that deep to me. So if you want to say that, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Milroe is there too, top 5, I guess.
Yeah, Milroe declared. Yeah, he's going to the Eagles. Another Alabama quarterback. But really, what team offered Quinn Ewers $8 million?
Ohio State. They wanted to gift him. They wanted to bless him.
Way.
They wanted to say, thank you for the natty. We'll give you $8 million right now.
What team offered Quinn Ewers $8 million?
I honestly can tell you.
There's no way a team offered $8 million.
The big 3 schools that people kept mentioning. Ohio State.
Yep.
Oregon. And UNC.
I could see UNC. I could see Oregon, but you guys can't afford him, so.
We don't need to afford him. We don't want him. He doesn't show up.
Yeah. Maybe he should go back to his mullet.
He needs to go to Ohio State. Let's just finish out the story. It'll be poetic.
My gosh, that would never happen.
Yeah, it'll be poetic.
Never happen. And so he's going to the draft. Let's move on to another quarterback that stayed in college football.
Your guy.
My guy.
Your SEC guy. Carson Beck is staying,
I don't claim him anymore.
Staying in college.
Hey, guess what? You're gonna hate this one. Guess who I claim over Oregon? Guess what quarterback from Oregon I claim?
Who?
Bo Nix.
No, you don't. You're not claiming.
Yeah, he went to Auburn for 3 years. He went to Oregon for 2. Yes, I am. I get to. He went to Oregon for 2 years. He went to Auburn for 3 years.
He didn't graduate from there.
Where did he play more?
No, he actually did. I think he's a graduate transfer.
Where did he play? Where did he play longer?
Where do you make a name for himself?
Auburn.
Where do you make a name for himself?
I don't know about that. You want to say that, but I still take it because 3 years against 2 years.
No.
3 minus 2.
Then you get Carson Beck. Then you get Carson Beck.
I don't want Carson Beck.
You have to get Carson Beck.
No, we're not. It doesn't have anything to do with us. Yeah, he's hanging with his girlfriend. With his girlfriend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think Miami top 10 team next year with Beck?
No, Clemson's winning the ACC. Calling it right now. Stamp that.
SMU?
No. Clemson will win the ACC with their new defense coordinator from Penn State.
Carson Beck to Miami. It got a whole more interesting with Carson Beck going on Miami.
Were you shocked?
A little bit, but as soon as I sent it to my friend, he goes, he's going to Miami. And I go, oh, duh, that makes total sense now that his girlfriend was playing there. Dude, I still cannot. Maybe I'm tripping here. Maybe I'm missing something. Did he post anything about thanking Georgia? I didn't see any farewell or thank you post.
Did you see that? Yeah, usually quarterbacks that transfer,
thank you. He said nothing. He doesn't give a flying fuck.
Made a video with her?
Yeah, right away. A TikTok. Yeah.
Done. I don't know.
I'm like, what? Nothing? Not at all? How?
2026 class is pretty weak. So
I thought that was a slap in the face to. I thought that was a slap in the face to Georgia. He won a national championship there. He did he did a great deal for them. They did a great deal for him. That's a slap in the face. I think he should have really said thank you or something at least. That's like me staying at somebody's house for a year and they help me with my bills and stuff, or they just help me out and I just go, nah, I'm just gonna leave. I don't need to say thank you. Yeah, you do. It's pretty messed up.
It is pretty messed up. I'm looking at the quarterbacks for 2026.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If he didn't want to go this year, I don't know what he's thinking about doing next year. Next year's
he's good.
Tough.
That's a gamble. This could be a Cardale Jones situation.
If Arch leaves,
he's done, and Beck is done, man. Like after this year, this is it.
Yeah, Drew Allar, he's not.
Ooh,
Jalen, yeah, I don't know what he's thinking.
All right, let's do it. I'm ready for it. I'm ready. National championship, Monday night. It all ends in Atlanta. Ohio State, Notre Dame. Our spread is -9.5. Ohio State. Is that right? Yes, it is.
Double check. Make
That's
sure.
it.
Make sure so no one hates us.
No, okay, here it is. Yeah. As of January 14, 2025, Ohio State's favored by 8.5 points. I got it written down with an over-under of 45.5 points. Well, if you're a blind bettor and you're going into this game and go, well, Ohio State's going to win this game. Well, wait a second, because last time Ohio State played in the national championship as big favorites, they lost to my Florida Gators. So, in the yeah, you like, I know, I had to do it to him. I had to do it to him. So, hey man, if we're gonna get a Notre Dame performance, Rudy's got to step out on that field for them to win that game, because that is going to be a very tall task for them to overcome. It was like, well, they beat Georgia. Yeah, they beat Georgia with a backup quarterback. Well, Georgia's defense is really good. Yeah, they beat Penn State, but the way Ohio State has been playing this playoffs, Texas gave them a run for their money. But I don't even know how Notre Dame's going to be able to move the ball. That's my only concern. And if they're not able to move the ball, and we know how good Ohio State's offense is, yes, that's the problem. And Riley Leonard, do you trust Riley Leonard? Like, I didn't even see any passes really to any of the receivers other than the one guy where they juked out the Penn State guy and he kind of tripped on his feet. So that's my only concern. This is Ohio State's national championship to lose. Man, I've got some friends that are Notre Dame fans. For the little guys down in South Bend, I want you guys to win so bad, because I cannot stand Ohio State and their stupid fans. And I've told you countless times that the Ohio State Buckeyes winning the national championship, which they will on Monday night, their confetti will fall down on Ohio State with their stupid fans. And I've got a lot of friends that are Ohio State fans as well. The confetti will come down. They will win the national championship. They will cover the -8.5 spread, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Jeremiah Smith will solidify his season as a freshman receiver, getting the trophy that Ohio State deserves, even though I can't stand their fans. They'll win this game. They'll avenge the Michigan loss, and it'll just come up short for Notre Dame. And their fans will be sad, and they'll be like, well, they had a really great year, kind of like how the whole TCU thing happened a few years ago, even though Notre Dame has been is always been on the map. But this Ohio State's national championship to lose, they're too much firepower with Quinshon Judkins, Will Howard, Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate, Caleb Downs, JT Tuimoloau, Jack Sawyer. They get this done, and they become the Los Angeles Dodgers of the NCAA football, because that's what they did. They bought their championship, and everyone's going to everyone's going to sit here and say every team can do that now. No, they specifically went out this freaking offseason and made sure they got Quinshon Judkins, Caleb Downs, Will Howard. Now you can say the other side of the coin too with Will Howard and Riley Leonard. Will Howard, I think, is 5, and Riley Leonard's $1 million. So yes, everyone gets paid, but this just gives me a Dodgers feel all over again. You have been basically, and they've got a lot of seniors on that team as well. They have that really good left tackle for Ohio State as well. He's a big pick for the draft coming up too. It's right here. It is.
Is that the right tackle?
Josh Simmons. Josh Simmons. That's who it is. Yeah.
He's out. No.
Yes, he is. But I'm looking at the mock draft.
So the center too from Bama, transfer from Bama.
Yeah, so they've got a lot of pieces on there. Travion Henderson as well. This team is due for a national championship. You want to say the Big Ten won the national championship last year. Michigan, I'm pretty sure, covered against Washington, but they avenged themselves. I eat my crow, and I said, if Ryan Day doesn't win the national championship, and this is recorded on the podcast last month, he'll get fired, which that's not going to happen, because they're going to win the national championship. They're going to get their first since 2014 against your Oregon Ducks. The Ezekiel Elliott touchdown run. Urban Meyer just got inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame with Nick Saban. They win this game. Notre Dame comes up short, but that's what I got.
Give me Charles Dew. No, let's be realistic. I love supporting my local Asian. Shout out to Marcus Freeman too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, coach. Yeah. It's the same thing as Penn State coaching. Give me Marcus
Freeman.
Talent. This is a different beast. This is Penn State. This is Ohio State. There's just levels to this.
David versus Goliath. Yeah, this is literally the underdog story coming in.
We're rooting for you, Notre Dame.
We're rooting for you, Notre Dame. But man, if we mess this up, and Notre Dame wins this game, you know what shit we're going to get?
That's okay. I do not.
No,
mind.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah,
I don't mind it at all. Yeah, there's never bad publicity.
Though. Yeah.
Oh, I'm realistic as well. Oh man, and it's in Atlanta too. Georgia's in there under there somewhere. This is where we play in the SEC championship. We beat Texas.
Yeah, no.
All right, let's do this one here. I don't know if you saw this one. I want to do this one. NBA real quick. Who wins in a 7-game series? The 1996 Bulls, 2001 Lakers, or the 2017 Warriors?
What rules? Because today's league is soft.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Our rules, this rules, that rules, playoff park rules, LA Fitness rules, hand check, whatever you want. Give me the 2017 Warriors. They'll beat all these teams. 100%. Who's guarding Durant?
If you're playing old school basketball, 2017 Warriors would not last 20 minutes with either of those teams.
Who's guarding Kevin Durant? Who's guarding Kevin Durant?
They would go for his knees. I'm telling you, they would send a bench player to go for his knees.
So you think out of these three teams, the 2017 Warriors wouldn't win?
If it's old school rules, no.
Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Draymond Green.
Old school rules. They're killing them.
Give me the Warriors.
No, I love the Warriors. Whoa. If it's today's rules, the Warriors are winning. They play the best basketball.
No rules. None of those.
Who's stopping Shaq? Who's guarding Shaq?
Who's guarded Durant? The most unguardable player in NBA history.
Kobe got that.
He's not guarding Durant. Who's guarding Curry? Derek Fisher? Who's guarding Curry? John Paxson?
Depending
Ron
on
Harper?
what era you're watching, a lot of my money would go to the 2017 Warriors too. I think offensively, they're really good. Yeah. Defensively, though, they're not.
There's Draymond?
Are we for real?
We got more. I mean, there's more players as well. Listen, I'm telling you.
He's getting ejected after he goes for someone's nuts. Let's be fair.
All right, fine. Let's do this real quick. 1996 Bulls or 2001 Lakers? 96 Bulls. 96 Bulls. No? Who's stopping Shaq, though? That's the question.
That's what I'm wondering. Like,
give me the 96
Pippen,
Bulls. Jordan's a dog. Rodman. Yeah. Yes. Yep.
Yes, Steve Kerr, sharpshooter.
Off the bench.
Yeah.
John Paxson. I think Tony Kukoc was on that team as well. Oh, yeah. All right, fine. So we got the 96 Bulls over the 2001 Lakers. 2001 Lakers or 2017 Warriors?
Warriors.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
It all depends what era.
Easily. All right, that's our NBA debate there. We hit all the. Oh, wait. All right. So our first. We won't do a mock draft yet. We will talk about Mike Vrabel to the Patriots.
What did I tell you?
You did. You called it. And every Patriots fan is so excited about it. You know what?
I'm happy. I'm excited.
I'm from New England. I lived there for over 6 years. We go back and visit family. The only problem that I have with Mike Vrabel is there's no change. It's like New England people, their fans, we don't like change. It's like same Dunkin' Donuts coffee every morning. The order never changes. The roads never change. The weather, nothing ever changes in New England. It's like we can't go forward. We got to go back to the past. It's like, hell, I'm still waiting on Josh McDaniels. In the long run, I really hope the Mike Vrabel hire works out. I'm just a little concerned. I just think he's going to have to bring a good staff with him. And he told Elliot Wolf, he said, "I'm running the show here." This was meant to be for the Patriots with Mike Vrabel. There was a cool shot that they showed of Vrabel in the on the floor of the Patriots, and he's looking at the big jumbotron of him looking at himself on the thing welcome coach. So listen, I hope it works out for my sake. Hats off congrats to Drake May on getting engaged this past week. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm excited to see what will go on with Mike Vrabel and the Patriots. I really hope things will turn around. I know the Patriots are presently rumored to get AJ Brown. So
yeah, stay away from my wide receiver. Go keep dreaming about T. Higgins or someone else.
Yeah, you want to talk? Well, all right, let's go. Inner excellence. Let's talk about it.
I am going to buy the book.
Do you read books?
Yeah, I just finished The Long Run.
Really?
By Charlie Butler.
For some reason, I right now am I see candy on my desk and they're peach rings and I'm eating one. I don't know. I don't really read as much as I used to. I don't know. I just, as much as when I was younger, I used to read all the time, but now I feel like I don't have any time.
I try to. I think it's a nice little hobby.
It is. Did you know Inner Excellence went to number one on, it was the number one seller this past week?
51 million% increase.
AJ Brown onto something that we don't know about?
Oh my goodness. What can I say? My wide receiver one's different. 3-time All-Pro with us, by the way. 3 times.
Do you think that's weird that a receiver is reading a book on a sideline?
Doesn't bother me. People have so many issues with him. If he tells and confronts Jalen Hurts about throwing him the ball, if he's reading. People are like, oh, he's just reading now. He's been reading the entire year. There's a photo of a fan taking a photo of him reading with a book in his hand at the Ravens game versus the Commanders when he went off, he had a book in his hand. It doesn't matter. Why is it such a big deal?
Dude, I can't stop eating those peach rings. They're so good. All right, I'm ready for this one. I'm so jacked up for this one. The Cowboys.
No.
You already know what I'm going to say. They fired Mike McCarthy.
No, why?
Sorry, they didn't fire him. Sorry, excuse me. They didn't renew his contract. Jerry Jones screwed him over. You blocked him from interviewing with teams. Then you let him go 3 days later. What is going on in Dallas? Even Troy Aikman said, to say that it's a coveted job, I'm not sure I would necessarily agree with that. I don't think it's a coveted job right now. But I will say this, though. I texted my friend a couple days ago. If the Cowboys were smart, they will not hire Deion Sanders. They will hire Kellen Moore. He's already been with Dak Prescott before. He's been in that offense. He was a quarterback there already. He knows the organization. He's an offensive-minded guy. He's helped your Eagles out already. Do not hire Deion Sanders. Do not hire Deion Sanders. No, no, no. And you know what? I think it's all smoke. I think it's all bluff. I don't see Deion Sanders leaving Colorado. I really don't. I just don't see it. He's built that program up over there. Why would he go to the Cowboys? They're a dumpster fire. What reason would he go to the Cowboys?
Let's also talk about let's talk about first Kellen Moore. Do I have an issue if he leaves?
You do.
Yes, because it would be Jalen Hurts, another year of him having to learn a different offensive playbook. With that said, the NFL needs to work on this interview process because there's no reason in heck. My offensive coordinator has 3 interviews before Sunday. The Saints, the Jaguars, and the Cowboys. Are we serious right now? If this isn't some type of tampering, if they want to screw us, this is the best way to do so. I have PTSD from 2 years ago.
It would be so fitting for Kellen Moore to go back to the Cowboys. I see it. I know he's a favorite, but I think they get it done, and I don't see Deion. I would be shocked if Deion Sanders will be the next head coach of the Cowboys. I know it's plus 150 on like betting odds right now, but I don't see it. I really don't. No reason.
Trade Dak first overall pick. Shador.
Okay. All right. This is a hypothetical here with Deion Sanders. The only way Deion Sanders goes to the NFL, not the Cowboys, the Raiders, they trade up to get Shador. Excuse me. The Raiders trade up for Shador. Deion goes as well. And Tom Brady is there as well. That's the only way that'll happen. I just think he really wants to coach his son. And I just don't see him leaving Colorado. Why would he leave Julian Lewis, a 5-star coming in with all the NIL money and all the power he's got at Colorado?
The Liberty quarterback transferred there too.
Yeah. Why would Deion leave Colorado to go to the dumpster fire Cowboys for a name, brand, and recognition? He's already got it.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Most college coaches haven't had success going to the NFL. Nick Saban, no success.
Chip Kelly, no success.
Chip Kelly, no success. Matt Rule, no success. So there's a handful of guys that haven't had success. So if Deion was smart, he will stay in Colorado, keep building his brand there, keep building the legacy in Colorado, if you want to say it's a legacy or not. But stay there.
On my AP.
Julian Lewis, Shiloh Sanders next year. Run it back with Colorado. Let their fans get all excited for a meaningless bowl game again.
Whoa. Hater.
And he's from my area, 239, baby. And then run it back next year. Deion, no to the Cowboys. Des Bryant style.
I agree. I hope not.
Nope. Mike Vrabel of the Patriots, we covered that. Mike McCarthy, we covered all that. AJ Brown's book, we covered that. We covered all the. Did you see Matt Collins' outfit he wore to the game on Sunday? The Flintstone outfit?
I peeped that. Matt Collins is a very unique character. Shout to him. Super Bowl 52 champion.
Yeah, he was on the Eagles. I feel like he's been on so many different teams. Would you ever go out in public with no shoes on? People do that. Isn't that crazy?
You know he eats with his hands. Like he believes like.
Yeah, no, I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen his TikTok. How do you even think like that? It's so freaking weird.
I don't know. He definitely has athlete's foot. What do you think?
Yeah, his foot's probably worse than my foot. Hell, I stepped on a catfish barb. I mean, that's why I don't go out in barefoot. How do you go out in public with no shoes on? That's so weird.
He bikes. He also bikes and walks.
Dressed up as Fred Flintstone and goes barefoot and free. Not for nothing. This weather's like 20 degrees in Buffalo, and he's going out in like no shoes.
He's like that.
And a Fred Flintstone outfit too. His TikTok is really, really interesting. I don't understand this. All right, ready for this one? What is your go-to fast food breakfast item? Little food talk here. We'll give you these 7 here. We'll rank them. McDonald's McMuffin, Burger King croissant sandwich, never had the croissant sandwich. Taco Bell Crunchwrap, never had that. Jack in the Box loaded sandwich, lived in LA, never had the loaded sandwich. Starbucks double smoked bacon, that just seems like white girl basic recipe on guacamole or avocado toast. CFA chicken minis, fire, and a Sonic burrito. Sonic's freaking disgusting, so Sonic will rule out right now.
You don't like Sonics? I love Sonic.
Gross. When I was in high school, I used to have their slushies, but they're gross.
Yeah, I love their slushie. The cherry limeade.
All right, so let's cross out Sonic burrito off the bat.
I don't go there for breakfast. Yeah,
let's cross out Jack in the Box loaded sandwich.
I'm surprised Carl's Jr.
is not on there.
Yeah,
no, it's only 7. It's probably top 10. I think McDonald's McMuffin's disgusting.
Oh, no way, that's controversial.
I don't even like McDonald's. McDonald's is gross.
McDonald's McMuffin? That's classic,
gross.
Though. That's classic as a kid.
Listen, I'm the type of person at McDonald's, I will get the chicken biscuit and I will take the biscuit off and just eat the chicken.
No way.
Yes, dude.
Sick. Wait, the Crunchwrap
Burger King croissant was never had it. Taco Bell is really nasty. Good. Taco Bell is only good when you like every once in a while. It's good. Food. Yeah, this body doesn't come from not working out at the gym.
Taco Bell is one. Crunchwrap. They used to have a steak one. They don't have the steak anymore.
Chick-fil-A chicken minis is one.
No. You going there on Sunday? No, you're not.
Who said I did that? Lord's Day, baby. Lord's Day. You know how many people get mad at us on TikTok for talking over each other? They act like people never have conversations in real life.
Oh.
Because I was talking over you about the Shadur Cam Ward thing. That's literally the nature of podcasts.
Doesn't really.
I'm just thinking about this here though.
Never had. Okay. When I go to Burger King, I get a burrito. They have these little hash browns.
Dude, Burger King, they still have them. I think the cinnamon buns used to be so fire. Remember the Cinnabuns from Burger King?
Cinnabuns?
So fire.
Sure. Talk about Taco Bell.
No.
Oh. Never had it.
All right. McDonald's breakfast burrito though, the egg one, fire.
You look like you like the pancake and egg and bacon order. The little tray.
I like the McGriddle.
Yeah, you look like you like McGriddle too. Yeah.
I had pancakes for breakfast. I like the McGriddle, but not.
Are you a pancake guy? Let's talk about that. Pancake or waffles?
That's a tough one. I love waffles.
Waffles? Are you a pourer or are you a dipper?
Pourer.
Okay, I'm a dipper.
With butter on top. I'm a big Eggos guy.
Oh, Eggos. Yeah, I love Eggos.
Dude, Eggos don't fill you up though. I can eat like 20 of those.
The cinnamon ones are fire. The ones I divided for.
Never had them. I only had plain Eggos.
Oh, interesting.
And I like chocolate chip pancakes, but I don't really like occasionally. But I'm more of like I'm very plain.
Yeah, chocolate chip pancakes, or I go blueberry. Those are
so fun. I hate blueberries.
Oh, blueberries. Not very healthy and Jimmy of you.
Oh, I mean, I still pig out sometimes, but I still want to try the elf
no, that is diabetes
meal. That is disgusting.
That's a heart problem in one bite.
All right, Ethan, you watched Wicked. Give me your review.
So I watched Wicked because of you, right? Obviously, I have some friends that hyped it to be this huge thing. So
did you see it in theaters or did you watch it at home?
Watch it in theaters. Tuesday, $5 Tuesdays.
Yep.
I watched it with my 3 friends. Shout out to them. I would rate it a 7.5 out of 10.
Fair.
I love it. It reminds me of Maleficent in the sense of, the villain gets their side of the story, and as a journalist and as a writer, fan of reading, that's awesome. There's always 2 sides to a coin. That being said, I hate musicals. I thought the musicals sucked for the most part. I love the final 2 tracks. I'm probably sure before the movie ended. Yeah, but the musicals, I wanted to sleep through it. I just wanted to claw my eyes out.
Popular.
Yeah, no. Ariana Grande. Oh my goodness! If I met her as a person, like that, personality and everything, I couldn't do it. I just. Glinda. No, can't do it.
Wait! I'm coming with you on the train. Wait!
Stop!
You know that when they go, she's gonna go on the train with her.
Yes. Should I? No, it's your thing. Oh, okay. Come on.
The movie was so good, though. It really was.
The dance.
Loved it.
No, that was
the
most
corny
cringe thing. Yeah, and then it was just the fact.
Okay.
She gave her the hat.
The guy, the guy that comes in, I forget his name now. That guy was a total Brad and Chad.
Yeah.
He was such a hardo.
Yeah.
That guy was he comes in, he's like the prince, sweeps her off her feet type vibe. I was laughing my ass off during that. I told you I watched the entire movie.
I would not watch it again.
I'd watch it at home. I'd watch it again at home on stream.
I would watch Maleficent again. I would not go pay
Never
or
seen
even
it.
watch this one again.
Never seen it.
Wow. Better movie.
All right.
Angelina Jolie.
All right, I will watch
Maleficent.
I'll watch it this weekend before the next episode, and we will talk about it next episode.
For sure. Bet.
Text it to me because not that I won't forget, but I'll forget how to spell the name.
Okay.
Maleficent. It's such a weird name.
That's fire.
All right, I saw this one online. I thought this was funny. Harry Potter was a system Quidditch player and would have never survived in...
Oh, my fault. My Amazon's going off.
Oh, you're good. Wait, what were you saying? I'm on the sideline. I'm reading a book real quick. Hey, I saw this one online. I thought this was kind of funny on social media. Harry Potter was a system Quidditch player and would have never survived in today's more physical era. What do you think of that?
I saw that it got recently the whole series got put on HBO Max. I thought about doing that.
Really? I know it's on.
Or not doing that, but watching it.
Oh, you want to go out in the Quidditch and play Harry Potter and be a system Quidditch player?
You wouldn't do that? You wouldn't want to fly in a broom like what's her name? Wicked. What's her name? I forgot her name already. See?
Cynthia Erivo? Oh,
yeah. Broom. No.
Oh my gosh, how am I forgetting her name? It's Glinda and Elphaba.
Yeah, Elphaba. Yeah. Very unique name.
Defying gravity.
Okay.
The ending was fire though. Come on.
It was okay.
And she goes, and then the narrative that they make in the movie that she's some evil witch, which she's not.
Yeah, that was fire. It's crazy to see how everyone has a different perspective. It's just based on who you favor.
The old one and the new one, absolutely. Yeah. So Harry Potter, was he a system Quidditch player, or would he survive in today's physical era?
No, he would not.
He would die.
Yeah, he would die. He got lucky.
Oh my gosh. He would.
So
Russell
Odell.
Russell Westbrook would destroy him. No, he's like Mark Price or like Steve Nash.
Well, okay, let's not disrespect the two-time MVP right now. Okay.
Look at Harry Potter in the Quidditch games.
Let's not disrespect Steve Nash, two-time
Harry
MVP.
Potter in the Quidditch games. Harry Potter was Sean Marion and Amari Stoudemire. Harry Potter in the Quidditch games, though, he was kind of goated with the sauce.
No, he wasn't.
He
first pick overall. You're not like, oh, Harry Potter.
Oh, you're taking Draco Malfoy? You're taking Ron Weasley?
Hermione
Granger?
All day. Love Ron.
Hermione Granger? Such a baddie. Not then. This one now.
Okay. Okay. Catch him in 4K. Someone clip that.
Oh God. I would say so. Are you ready for the potential TikTok ban?
Yes and no. I'm banned for bullying Steeler fans and saying that they were going to lose to the Ravens.
You're banned? What?
Yeah, they reported my live, so it'll be 7 days tomorrow.
Well, you're banned on this TikTok?
From going on live. I'm banned.
What? They actually do that?
Someone reported me because I told them the Steelers were going to lose and get BTA. So I got reported. I took a screenshot of all the names, all the users that told me the Steelers were going to win. Made a video on that. I'm hoping.
Oh my gosh.
We have it past Sunday. If we're breaking it down, being honest with you, I don't understand how we as people, citizens of the USA, vote some of these people and let them have power. They legit bought Meta stock. They have proposed a 270-day bill to extend TikTok, right? So people that have a living on there can, find other work. It's just so they can also take a real understanding of how the app works and all that.
Yeah.
You're telling me you're worried about our privacy. Instagram, Facebook, even X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. They use that. So why does it matter?
So my thing about the whole TikTok thing here is I've had TikTok since 2020 and my friends told me to download it and showcase your personality. My personal account, yeah. And I'm having a hard time processing it, mainly because it's like, it's been out for so long. Like, so many things about TikTok is already out there. Like, you want to ban it now? You tried to ban it 2 years ago. Like, all of a sudden now, like, all because like the Chinese government owns it and stuff, and ByteDance. It's like, it's such a bunch of horseshit. It's like, people have had this app on their phone for so long. It's in movies, it's in TV shows, it's in advertisements, it's in promotions, like, so on and so forth. Trump, whatever way you vote, Republican, Democrat, Independent, doesn't matter. He even said, he's like, it helped me win the election, I feel like, because his vote, his name was put out there more. It's like our podcast, the podcast that I have, the clips that you put out there, people see your platform. It's like, it's been out for so long, and you're taking away people's businesses. You're taking away, I think, a human right. Last I checked, it's like, we're going to ban an app in America that's been out for all these years. And the people that hate on it are just jealous because they can't grow on the fucking app. That's their problem. And they want to put people down because of it. It's like, no, I put all my stuff out there. You put all your stuff out there. I've made friends on there. I've grown communities. My job has a big factor into it. Other social media stuff, brand deals, is extra income that I've made, as well as other people that I know, connecting with people. So to take away an app, it's like, I really hope it doesn't get taken away and it doesn't get shut down Sunday, and they figure this out, because it's ridiculous. And if they do shut it down, or they do take it away, and we can get an American owner to buy it, or somebody in America like Mr. Beast or Kevin O'Leary, or a group of people like how Magic Johnson is a group, part of a group for the Commanders and the Dodgers. Like, if we can get a group of people to buy it, then we're going to be okay. And everyone's like, I'm getting ready for the next app. Go ahead. TikTok doesn't want to sell it.
No, even if TikTok does sell it, right? It's the AI. Mm-hmm. Like, you know how your For You page is specifically for you and it's for me?
Yeah.
That's something that Americans themselves cannot yet understand, like what China is doing. And not even China, let's just say like Singaporean. If you watch that video, the Congress, whoever, the senators, asking them questions. So, are you affiliated with Chinese? Well, I'm Singaporean. Yeah. So, do you have any
And supposedly Trump and the owner of the CEO, or the owner of TikTok, or the CEO, they're going to be like right next to each other when it gets shut down. And then Trump will basically just say, it's like, there's a whole thing about it that they go into, but it's going to affect 170 million users. If it does happen on Sunday, it's really tough. And listen, if it does get banned, guys, we will be on the next platform that does come out. And I mean, listen, Elon Musk bought Twitter. You know, if they want to sell it, they want to sell it, and they want to give it up. Excuse me. Instagram needs to fix their explore page, Reels, because it is nothing like TikTok's for you. Like, you can't, like, it's almost like Instagram doesn't let you grow on there unless you're like a celebrity or an influencer or like a big time creator. It's like, if I post a Shadur Sanders Cam Ward clip, or you post a clip, it's like, it doesn't do anything. Like, I've gotten views on Instagram before, if you talk about like really, really enticing things,
TikTok,
like right off the bat, but it's like TikTok, it's like right away. Like, I actually probably don't even know how many, like, we should probably even check how many views I can only imagine how many views 5,000 views on the college football one.
See, that's what I'm saying. TikTok is there.
400 comments with like, did that say 50? Shoot. That said 10 bookmarks. So you posted a video though. So that's what I'm saying. TikTok shouldn't take it away, or TikTok shouldn't be taken away from us.
I agree.
But overall, I thought that was a great episode. I mean, I think we covered on just about everything. Divisional round in the NFL. We covered the college football playoff, the 4 teams. We covered the 2 teams left, Notre Dame, Ohio State, our picks there, the divisional round, the wild card recap, who wins in a 7-game series, the TikTok ban, praying for Southern California with the wildfires out there. We talked about Carson Beck tonight. Yeah, breakfast. Yeah, our breakfast stuff. Matt Collins not wearing any shoes. Yeah. Always make sure to hit that like, comment, subscribe button on YouTube, the Inquisitive Mamba podcast. Make sure to follow Ethan's TikTok at The Couch Reports. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at the Inquisitive Mamba Pod. Make sure to follow Instagrams. Make sure to follow Ethan's Instagram at The Couch Reports. As always, guys, we will see you next week for a fun recap of the divisional round. Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts. Let's go.
Let's do it. Go Birds.
Do it. Give it to them. What's going to happen if the Eagles lose on Sunday? We'll see you guys next week.
That's not happening. That's not happening.